Brazil, the land of football magic, a country that has produced legends like Romário, Bebeto, and the great Ronaldo Nazário, is suddenly facing a very different kind of problem. For years, the nation has cried out for a proper number 9, a true goal machine. But now coach Carlo Ancelotti has too many. From João Pedro, Matheus Cunha, Richarlison, Marcos Leonardo, Kaio Jorge, to even young Cabral, Brazil suddenly has an army of strikers in brilliant form. The million-dollar question is, who will Ancelotti choose, and who will he leave out? What once felt like a curse of emptiness has now turned into the sweetest headache possible. For decades, the number 9 shirt has carried the heaviest burden in Brazilian football. Romário made it iconic. Bebeto gave it rhythm. Ronaldo Nazário made it legendary. But after them, Brazil seemed cursed in this role. In the 2014 World Cup, Fred was a disaster. In 2018, Gabriel Jesus ended the tournament without a single goal. And in 2022, Richarlison gave flashes of brilliance. Remember that bicycle kick wonder goal against Serbia? But consistency was missing. Despite Neymar's genius, Vinicius Jr.'s pace, or Rafinha's skills, the Seleção always lacked a pure, deadly number 9. Fans are frustrated. Critics were unforgiving. The striker crisis was a never-ending debate. But the winds of change are blowing. A new generation of Brazilian forwards has emerged across Europe and South America. They're young, fearless, and hungry. They score goals, they adapt, they dominate. And this leaves Carlo Ancelotti, the Italian mastermind, with a unique problem: too many choices. The challenge now is not to find a striker, but to decide which striker fits best. Let's break down the contenders for Brazil's number 9 spot. First, João Pedro. The young striker who recently joined Chelsea is perhaps Brazil's most consistent forward in the last few seasons. In the Premier League, one of the toughest competitions in the world, he has proven himself as a reliable goal scorer. Inside the penalty box, his finishing is razor sharp. He's strong in aerial duels. He knows how to create space under pressure, and he can turn half chances into goals. João Pedro is a classic target man, the kind Brazil has been crying out for since Ronaldo retired. If Ancelotti wants a traditional striker who could be a focal point, João Pedro might just be the safest bet. Then comes Matheus Cunha. Playing for Wolverhampton Wanderers, Cunha has shown that he's more than just a striker. He can play anywhere across the front line. His pace, dribbling skills, and ability to link up with teammates make him stand out. He doesn't just score, he helps others score too. He can break down defenses, drag defenders out of position, and create openings for wingers like Vinicius or Rodrigo. If Ancelotti wants versatility and tactical flexibility, Cunha is the man to watch. Of course, the most familiar name on the list is Richarlison. Loved by some, doubted by others, but always delivering for Brazil. At Tottenham, his form has been inconsistent, good games followed by dry spells. But in the national team jersey, he transforms into a warrior. That overhead kick against Serbia in the 2022 World Cup became an instant classic. He may not be the most elegant striker, but he has what coaches call the big match DNA. Richarlison has passion, experience, and a fearless mentality. Ancelotti knows that in tournaments when pressure is sky high, Richarlison is the kind of player who rises to the occasion. Then we have the next generation, Marcos Leonardo and Kaio Jorge. Marcos Leonardo has been a sensation with his sharp finishing, blistering speed, and intelligent positioning. Kaio Jorge, despite struggling with injuries in the past, has bounced back impressively. His physicality and ability to break defensive lines give him an edge. They may not yet be household names like Richarlison, but they bring something fresh, an X factor. For Ancelotti, these youngsters could be the surprise weapons, the kind of players who make a difference when opponents least expect it. And we can't forget Cabral. Strong, athletic, and hungry for goals, he has already shown glimpses of being a reliable striker. He may not yet have the global spotlight, but his presence adds even more depth to Brazil's striker pool. So here's the real dilemma. Who makes a cut? Does Ancelotti go with the tried and tested Richarlison, who thrives in Brazil's colors? Does he trust João Pedro, the natural number 9 who brings consistency? Does he take a gamble on Cunha's versatility? Or does he unleash the young guns like Marcos Leonardo and Kaio Jorge to build for the future? One thing is certain. Brazil no longer suffers from a lack of strikers. Instead, they are overflowing with them. And this is not just good news, it's revolutionary. The same country that once struggled to find a proper number 9 now has multiple candidates who can carry the legacy forward. For Ancelotti, this is both a dream and a nightmare. A dream because he has options, a nightmare because choosing means sacrificing. But for Brazilian fans, this is a blessing. Finally, after years of disappointment, the number 9 shirt is no longer a curse. It's a symbol of hope again. Maybe, just maybe, from this group will rise the next great Brazilian striker. Someone who can bring back memories of Ronaldo's explosiveness, Romário's instinct, and Bebeto's flair, while adding the modern qualities of speed, strength, and adaptability. The only question is, who will it be? João Pedro, Cunha, Richarlison, or one of the new generation? Whatever happens, one thing is clear. The Seleção is entering a golden chapter for strikers, and the world will be watching closely as Carlo Ancelotti makes his choice. So, football fans, keep your eyes on Brazil. The sweet problem of too many number 9s might just be the beginning of a new era, and it could define Brazil's future on the world stage.